Depersonalization, derealization. This is one of the most, if not the most scary, eerie, and disturbing symptoms of anxiety. Since not everyone experiences it, it's not widely discussed and talked about. But today, this symptom will be our main focus. Watch until the end for tips on how to overcome it. The symptom of depersonalization. The world seems unreal. Everything looks like they're from another realm of reality. People seem like they're robots living without emotion. You feel as you're inside a glass room disconnected from the rest of the world, like no one can see or hear you. When you look at your hands, they seem like they're not attached to your body. It feels like you are controlling your body from a remote control in a video game. Some people feel like their soul had exited their body and look down on their own life from above. Having DPDR is like living in a dream that you can't wake up from. You try to snap yourself out of it, but you can't. You feel like you're not living life. You're just hallucinating through it. At some point, you believe that your brain is broken and you have gone mentally insane. It's simply terrifying. But what causes DPDR? And why are you experiencing it? Now, as terrifying and intimidating DPDR can be, I want you to know that you're not going insane. Nothing is broken. It's not an indication of a disease, and most importantly, it's not permanent. DPDR is a state when your mind is so exhausted, it switches to battery-saving mode. If you have a phone, you know that at a certain level, your phone will enter an eco mode to prevent or slow down the possibility of complete depletion. You've seen movies when people get lost in the desert, soldiers fighting long battles, or mountain climbers facing harsh challenges. At the point of complete exhaustion, they all experience hallucination or DPDR. This is normal in the circumstances. It becomes scary when people don't understand how much energy their body spends every day dealing with anxiety, health anxiety, and panic disorder. They are not aware of how depleted their mental energy is until it switches to its safety mode. So they fear that something must have gone terribly wrong with them. And this fear is what prolongs DPDR's existence and intensity. Some people with anxiety never experience DPDR because their exhaustion never crossed the threshold. So, if you have it and others don't think of yourself as beyond broken or unfixable. You're just more spent than others, that's all. Well, how do you cope with DPDR? How can you get out of it? Rest your mind. Rest it as much as you possibly can. At this point, meditation is your best friend. Nothing helps resting of the mind better than meditation. As your mind rests, it recharges itself. Your mind does not need to be fully recharged. It just needs enough to switch the normal mode back on. Some people report that they come in and out of DPDR throughout the day. This is because their energy level is right where the threshold is, so they cross back and forth between two states. Before going into our next tip, check out our effective self-help book available on Amazon and our website. You cannot and should not force yourself out of DPDR. It never works. There's no such thing as snapping out of it. The more you try, the more mental energy being consumed, and the deeper you sink into it. Hear what you need to do. Accept it with understanding. Dismiss any fearful thought that arises. Let go of the tension, mentally and physically. Be patient and allow your mind to recharge. Do this, and you will get out of DPDR.